Good morning, Monday morning, and I'm here. I've got a cuppa. This is a lovely teacup that I got. It's like a tempered glass, so you can put hot water in it. I love green tea. I've been drinking green tea for years. And what I love about this cup is that it's really lightweight. And I don't know about you, but for me, with the Parkinson's, um, my hands would be burning at times. And so I find anything heavy, uh, it's really hard to hold, like a ceramic mug or that. So I found this online, and it's not only lovely and lightweight, but it's beautiful. And you can put hot water directly into it, not a problem. Um, so what I wanted to say was that last week was a really busy week, and I had a physio appointment because I think I mentioned in another video that I had one of my feet froze and the right foot tripped over the left foot, so to speak, and um, I have been in so much pain with my knee for the past 7 weeks. But as you do, you think, well, if you nurse it along, it'll stretch itself out again. It'd be grand. I could feel the pain in my hamstring and my knee, down into my calf, and pins and needles in my toes. So the physio came out, but she wasn't able to do anything apart from assess me because she felt that I may need an X-ray or an MRI to rule out anything like torn cartilage or that. Uh, and so I had an appointment then with my GP the same day, and she felt the same as well. So I'm going to have that looked at. So unfortunately, the physio can't do anything to help me with my frozen foot until she knows for sure what's going on with the right knee. So a little bit of a hindrance. But the point is, especially on Friday, now there was a busy week, but particularly on Friday, I had the two appointments. Um, my husband took me to get a few bits for the weekend, and I had loads of messages from people. Some people had seen my Instagram videos and were kind of shocked to hear that I hadn't been that well from from April to July when I got the diagnosis. So I had a few people, to message back, and so I come to a point where I have brain overload, and that's what I want to talk about, because brain overload means, for me anyway, it means I can't take in any more information. You can be talking to me, you can be explaining something to me that you've read in the news, that you've seen on Facebook, and I'm looking straight at you and it's going, can't take it in. I cannot process it. So my husband is brilliant because he understands that when I tell him I've hit a wall or I'm crashing, he knows that I'm on overload and I can't take in anymore. Then what do you do in that case? Well, I try to step back. I explain to the people that I'm messaging that I'm on brain overload at the moment, and I will reply to them just as soon as I can. Please give me a day or two. And everybody's brilliant. They understand. And what I find is that, I tend to go because I feel okay, I've got energy, and I want to go out and I want to, I want to do something. I want to try to be a little independent. And I don't know whether it's that I don't realize that I'm starting to hit that wall, or I know in my mind that it's coming. And I think that's where I'm at, that I know it's coming, and yet I don't stop it. And that's what causes overload for me. It can also be physical overload. Uh, I tend to get extreme body aches. And it's not like, it's not that sort of muscle pain that you get when you pull something. It's more like this, it's an intense pain that goes through the body. It's more than an ache. And with that comes then the extreme fatigue. Because what's happened is I've worn my body down. Now, we're all capable of that, aren't we? I mean, especially as women, because we tend to multitask, and it's so easy to push ourselves and keep pushing ourselves and doing too much, and then we stop and we go, oh my gosh, I need to do some self-care. I need some self-love here. I need to go get a spa treatment. I need to go soak in the tub. I need to stop scrolling on Facebook and messaging, and so for me, I'm guilty of knowing that the trigger is coming, but I don't stop. And that results in extreme fatigue, body pain, brain overload, affects my appetite as well. I'm not as hungry. I almost feel like nauseated in a way. And my hands tend to cramp, and my toes. My toes have that claw-like curling. I notice that more when I've overdone things or I've stood up for too long. So the thing is, Parkinson's isn't all about tremors. Yes, I do have tremors, particularly a head tremor. But it's not all about what you see on the outside, because there's many symptoms going on internally. And I know that, anybody with Parkinson's, listening to this will say, yeah, I totally get it. I can relate to that. So a lot of the signs are unseen. And I think this is where it's hard for people to understand, because they look at you and they go, God, you look great. You're vibrant, you look really well. And that is so appreciated, because, well, especially for me, I tend to think, oh my gosh, the eyebrows aren't on straight. I maybe didn't wash my hair today because I woke up, feeling tired, and, or, any number of reasons, that, we don't think we look good, So when somebody does say, you look so well, oh, you feel like, oh, that is so kind, and it's so nice, and that's lovely. But guess what? On the inside, I'm cracking up. I am on overload. I am losing my train of thought. I can't find the word that I want to express. So, I mean, initially, when all that was kind of happening, I panicked, and I was like, all of these things were hitting me. Symptoms were starting to make sense. Uh, the penny was dropping as to why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And so initially I panicked. And now over the last few months, I've come to realize that not every symptom is going to hit me every day. And the symptoms that I have right now, at this moment, I can manage if I pay attention to the triggers. And the most important thing is that I need to take my meds on time. And I feel like, and you probably can relate to this as well, I feel like a revolving tablet box, because it's, Matapar for Parkinson's at 7, and then 12 o'clock noon, 5 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock at night. But that is in addition to the other meds that I have to control other things relating to Parkinson's. So I feel like it's like round the clock. And to be honest, even though I take like Matapar 4 times a day at specified hours, because if you don't, then at least for me, it starts to wear off, and then I start to, feel like a body meltdown, and it's like, no, stay on your specified times. For me, it does work, I have to say. But I forget. That's the other problem, the short-term memory. I know I'm supposed to take my meds at 7 a.m., 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I've just said that to you. But come 12 o'clock, I could be doing something. It completely goes out of my head. It's why I have the smartwatch with 8 alarm settings, because I forget. My short-term memory is shot. And I don't like it, because I've always been somebody that's been really organized, really detail-orientated, remembers everything to a fine detail. Not anymore. Could be worse. At least I've got alarms to remind me, to let me know. And God love my husband, because about an hour after I'm meant to take my meds, he will say to me, "Did you take your meds?" Which is so kind of him, but I'm an hour late is why I have my alarm. So anyway, the conversation was starting at a busy week with weekend overload. That week is gone now. We're going to start over, clean slate, and we're going to take each day as it comes. And yeah, just be so grateful for everything. Just for getting up in the morning, looking out at the beautiful scenery. Grateful for my husband, my family, my friends, my cat. Her name is Maggie, and she is my soulmate. I absolutely adore her. But I'll talk about her some other time, because she's very interesting too when it comes to Parkinson's. Yeah, that's another topic for another day. So have a great week, everyone. I'll be back during the week with some bits and pieces. Take care.